Lots of useless information being taught in college today. It's almost like student loans devalued in the field of education. Just education itself got devalued a lot. Stop jumping in the fucking water. Like, I'll say this much. The kid does not learn enough. So for those new, I am actually a mom VTuber. No, not to other VTubers, even though I've made their models. I'm actually a parent in real life. And my kid's currently in 3rd grade. She'll be 9 in a little over a month. No, it's not even a little. January 21st. And my kid does not learn enough shit in fucking school. I will say that much. By the time that I was in 3rd grade, I already knew cursive. They don't even fucking teach that around here anymore. Now, be it was in a different school. I used to go to Pineville Elementary. She's going to a school up here in New York. But I still feel like you would fucking learn cursive. You know? I feel like that used to be a very important thing that we would have to learn. Because, you know, like, oh, you gotta balance a checkbook. You gotta do all this shit. I never learned how to balance a checkbook because at the time that I got into where I should learn about that shit, it kind of just became irrelevant as fuck. Like, you don't really need to do that anymore since you can just pull something up and be like, oh, okay, well, here's when I did this thing. Here's all these transactions. Like, I don't need to keep track of stuff because it's all here. And before you would have the same thing. It would just be bank statements where it's like they would print stuff out and then they would give you a copy of it. They'd keep a copy for themselves, whatever. Like, they don't do shit that they're supposed to fucking teach you because it's like the landscape has entirely changed. Oh, well, kids are just going to learn stuff online. Kids aren't going to learn everything that they absolutely need to know online. You're not going to learn good values and all the fundamentals and shit online. You're just not. Like, what are you going to learn online? Oh, I'm going to learn how to say racial slurs at the wrong group of people. I'm going to learn how to be a fucking degenerate and jack off for 15 hours while my mom worries about me, the fact that I didn't go to fucking school because I'm locked up in a fucking house somewhere. Oh, I learned how to steal from a store. I learned how to dox people. These aren't things that you should be fucking learning at certain ages. What should you be learning? How to tie your shoes. How to take a shit. I mean, you also gotta know that before you go to school, but, you know, you should still learn how to take a shit and properly wipe your ass. You know, like Danny's doing right now. He's wiping his ass. You should know how to do what the fuck you gotta do in life to get by. Reading. Writing. Talking properly. Math. Math is extremely fucking important. We always take it for granted, especially when you're currently in school. You take it, it's like, when the fuck are we gonna learn this shit? When are we gonna use this shit? Well, what field do you want to go into? Well, what makes the most money? No, that's not what the fuck I'm asking. What do you want to do? What do you think will be open for you? And this is without college. After high school, the fuck do you think you might want to get into? If it's contracting, if it's doing anything that includes any form of numbers, you need to know your fucking math. Sure, a squared plus b squared equals c squared, and PEMDAS might not mean jack shit to you right now, but it's gonna mean it's gonna mean something when you need to go out into the world and be like, okay, well, we gotta calculate how big this space is gonna be. Well, shit, I don't know how to do that. Do tell. I don't know how to do that shit. Well, then you're fired. Fuck you. And if you don't know how to properly manage your funds, if you don't know how to properly talk to people, like, I still have issues talking to people, but it's also because I'm, shocker here, I'm a fucking introvert. Massive introvert at times. And a lot of times I just don't like talking to people. I'll talk here, I'm fine with that. You call me on the fucking phone, I'm gonna question why the fuck you didn't just send me a text. Number one, it's just easier sometimes. But other times it's like, look, I get why someone made a phone call. I get why I have to get phone calls. That's understandable. But if you're calling me and I don't fucking expect it, I'm gonna get nervous and think that somebody fucking died even if there's no chance of it fucking happening. I always expect the worst when it's a phone call. I don't expect the worst when it's a text. You know? But still, like, you need to learn how to work with people. I never fucking did that, because they stopped teaching that shit. You need to learn how to work in an environment where anything could happen. I never learned that. They don't really teach you any of the things that you need to be able to go out and get a fucking job. They don't teach you to hold your tongue when your manager says some retarded shit. They don't teach you any of that. And unfortunately, I should not be the one teaching you that, but if your manager says some dumb as fuck shit, hold your tongue and then go bitch about it into a pillow. Don't blast it on social media, don't be stupid, because then you're definitely gonna get fired, especially if they find out. And you know they will, because people are fucking crazy, especially if you go on TikTok and do it like a fucking moron. Just, it's important to have to keep shit to yourself. Like, when fucked up shit happens, you gotta remember when to keep shit to yourself, and when to speak out and all that shit, and they don't teach you that in school.